If you are interested in getting one of these awesome TMC Cancela mulching heads, please contact my friends over at CCE Equipment. They have a full range of these mulchers, everything from skid steers to any size excavator, pretty much anything down from a mini up to a full size machine, as well as PTO tractor. So if you have a 50 horsepower or larger farm tractor and you want to put a PTO mulcher on the back of it, they got those too. So we also have some of the low flow heads for smaller skid steers as well. So if you've got a machine and you want a mulcher head for it and you like these TMC Cancelas, please contact my friends over at CCE. They can definitely hook you up with whatever mulching head you need for your application. So please check them out. All right guys, check this out. You guys saw this at the end of the monster truck video a few weeks ago, but I finally got my hands on this thing. This is the TMC Cancela TWFL-180. So the one that you guys have been seeing is called the TWF. This is the TWFL. Now this is a prototype, but I'm pretty sure I think there's still going to be some minor adjustments made to this, but for the most part, this is what this thing is going to look like here. And so the big thing with this thing over the TWF that I have been running is it doesn't have the door. It has more, like if you look at it from the side, it has more of like the traditional style mulcher kind of design, like a Seamoth or a Prenoth or a Vcon Blackhawk, something like that, Sheer X. It looks kind of like that. It's got a much more lower profile here across the top. This whole section here, when I went to them and when I went to the factory and we were talking about designs and stuff, one of the things I really liked about the Prenoth was the way the lines routed out the top and came up and around like this, because they were protected. There was no hard point. All the hard points were in here that connect to the motor, and then the line just came out. So on the TWF, where those lines come up right here and circle around, that's a hard point where those lines come up. You know, something can hit those and break those hard points. On this one doesn't have that, so something could fall on these lines, and as long as it doesn't fall hard enough to pinch them, which that's very rare, they're not going to get hurt. So all this is heavy duty here. New hose routing. The push bar is the same compared to the TWF, and this is the same drum. It's the same width, same teeth, same everything. Now the housing in here inside the drum is a little bit different. It's a little bit smaller. I think the other one has 4 rows of counter cutters inside the drum here. These things right here, if you guys can see that, I think it has 4 rows of counter cutters. This one has 2. And but they're still in here. This is all bolt-on replaceable liner in here. It's still the same liner system. It's just a little bit smaller of a drum housing in here. So I'm really interested to see how this thing's going to pick up the material and process it down. I think it's still going to be pretty good. But yeah, I'm really excited for this thing. The skid plates are basically the same. They're adjustable here. You can see that you've got adjustable, so you can raise or lower the skid plate. This door is different as well. This is a hinge door. So you got hinges here, so to get access to the belt in here, you just pull these screws, and then instead of having to take the whole door off, it just hinges open, which is really nice. You got nice protected grease ports on both sides. The grease ports are very well protected here for the bearings. Another one right there. And then this whole back has got plenty of access panels in the back to get to all your stuff here. There's an access panel there. This top has access panels, so there's plenty of access to the inside guts of this thing where the motor and all the lines are. Big access here to get to the underside of the motor. Steps here. You got steps all along here to get out. Tie hooks if you need to pick this thing up, which is really nice. So I'm really excited about this thing. I wanted to give you guys a quick overview. I'm out dropping this thing off on a job. We're going to be starting this job on Monday. This is about a 2.5 acre mulching job. I got to go get the mini and bring it out here too. and we're going to be doing all of this. It kind of goes to a little field line right here, and then we're going to kind of clean up this ditch as well and clean this up as best we can. But it looks pretty thick, but I'm excited to use this thing. I would really like to see you guys' comments, hear you guys' comments, see what you guys think. I'm gonna set this thing down real quick. We'll get a little bit better look at it on the ground. So there it is on the ground. It's kind of sitting flush like you would be if you were mulching. I had it picked up and tilted back so we could get a better look at the underside and everything. But you can see it's just got so much more of a lower profile than the other one. It sits a little lower to the ground. You got much more visibility and everything. But one thing I still like about this is, so right here on the TWF where the door would hinge, you've still got, look how much rotor face comes out past this lip right here. And that is a really, really helpful thing when you're cutting into bigger trees and felling them over, because the drum is biting this right here, where the drum basically meets this edge here, is basically right in line with the push bar. So as the drum eats into the tree, you can still maintain leverage with the push bar to push the trees over. And this is the easiest head I've ever seen to be able to eat into a bigger tree and push it over. It's so easy. I love this head, the TWF one, for felling big trees, and I'm pretty sure this one's going to be the same. I'm not the first one to run this. Ira over at Rut Manufacturing, they had it on their TL12 for a little bit, running it. I don't know where they were running it at, but I got my hands on it yesterday. Went down to Charleston and picked it up, and just put a nice fresh sharpen on the teeth, so they're ready to go. I'll grease the whole machine. I got to grease the whole machine before we get started. But yeah, I'm excited to try this thing out. So I would really like to hear you guys' comments in the comments below. Tell me what you guys think with this little bit lower profile design. Do you like it? Do you not? I think the other head works better for my particular application, doing a lot of work in and around urban environments down in the city, being able to mulch next to roads and sidewalks and parking lots and houses and stuff. But if you're out in the middle of nowhere, you know, West Texas somewhere, and you're just mulching mesquite trees, or you're up in Appalachia somewhere or wherever, and you're never anywhere near a city or anything like that, and you don't have to worry about throwing stuff anywhere, this right here is a really good option for you. I think this one comes in a little bit lower price point than the TWF as well. So but it's still the same robust design, all hard ox steel, strengths. I mean, it's flexi steel, it's all there. Same great design, full welds on everything. I mean, this thing is built like a tank. So it's got a 115 cc Rexroth, Bosch Rexroth motor in it. It's the same motor that Prenoth and Seamoth and all the other big companies use. So that's one of the best motors you can put in a mulching head. That's pretty much what every brand out there uses, is those Bosch Rexroth motors. So that's what it's got in it. So yeah, so stay tuned. We will be firing this bad boy up on Monday, and I'll have some content out probably on Tuesday, my first day with this thing, overall impressions of it, how it did. So yeah, we got plenty of stuff in here to grind. We got 2.5 acres of testing to do in here with this, so I'm excited. So I'm gonna go get the Mini, and we'll get it out here today as well, and I'll catch you Monday. Stay tuned. Bye everybody.